Hello there everybody, Sabana92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Rose Guns Day's last season. So, last episode, a couple things happened. Leo reunited with the gang, somewhat. I don't think he's run into Meryl yet. She's probably out of the pit. I don't know where she is right now. But, reunited with Richard and Maurice and Iris, and ironically, because of that reunion, we had another particular character suddenly return. Keith. Sporting white hair. Very much, and I talked to the commenter, Junie, about this. The way that Keith's appearance very much puts me in the mind that he has the white hair when his hair used to be, obviously, I think it was black. Or dark, very, very dark brown. I think it was around that color. Seeing him return with this white hair, it's very much like he's been, I can't remember how I worded this, but his appearance mirroring almost Gabriel, as if he had fully embraced or accepted the embrace of the fallen angel of sorts. So now he's emulating Gabriel in some regard. And oh dear Lord, I'm already not liking this. I'm already not liking this. Oh, on top of that, Leo and Jun, they did a thing. They basically got the people to rile up and get away from that one guy, like totally. Get away from Tequila. So there's some positives to that at least. And it's sad kind of seeing Richard and Cyrus kind of keeping Leo away from Rose, who he really wants to reunite with. And it makes me happy that Leo is catching on to what's going on. Like, he's starting to catch on, like, man, they're keeping me away from her. Like, damn. But now I'm legitimately concerned about Leo's safety. Okay. After that incident, City 23's Chinatown had become the GDS's front lines. At first, they had tried not to provoke Primavera, but when Primavera proved to be too unyielding, they changed tactics. They put themselves in a state of high alert, as though taking one step into a Chinatown alley might immediately set off an all-out war. In alleys all over the place, they were GDS men glaring about, threatening people. Apparently, that had damaged the mixed appeal of Small Rock Chinatown. Japanese customers quickly vanished, making the prosperity of a year ago seem like a lie. By now, the GDS thought of Small Rock Chinatown as being practically a fort in enemy territory. To protect their countrymen living here, Lee Meiju had been enduring a long, hard battle of nerves. Goddamn, he must have the patience of a saint now.
I see. So he has arrived. Prepare some warm tea. Have his things carried to the guest room.
Yes, boss. Is it Alan? Or is it... No, it's the guest room, so it can't be the young lord. He would have like an entirely different room set up for him. Either it's Alan or it is Leo. Like, maybe word has reached him that Leo has returned.
Pardon me. He is here. It's been a year. I'm glad to see you aren't worn out.
Alan! Not at all. I'm a lot better.
I'm glad to hear it. Please, have a seat.
Thanks, Aniki. During this past year, that young black dragon looked as though he had aged all at once. However, for the first time in a long time, his expression seemed to have relaxed slightly. Alan Aramaki, the man who got wrapped up in the attacks of the previous year twice. Thanks to an unfortunate misunderstanding, Primavera had branded him as a traitor, and he had been forced to leave Japan. However, with the first anniversary of Meishu's death approaching, he had returned to City 23. Even Alan, with his childish smile, seemed to have aged a little. I mean, after what happened with Keith.
If it were possible, I would have wanted you to spend the first anniversary of my sister's death in front of her grave.
Yuki-chan died in this city. And nothing has ended. We don't know anything. Alan had left Japan immediately after Primavera set a price on his head. In China, he'd met Meiju's relatives, who knew his situation and welcomed him like family. Thank you. Thank you very much. He had lived without wanting for anything. At first, he had accepted it, feeling he'd almost rather be reborn as a Chinese man. He'd even thought of starting a new life, almost as though he'd lost his memories of Meishu and me.
I don't believe my sister would have wanted you to return to Japan. However, as a fellow man, I can understand. No matter how much my sister understood about you, only another man could understand this feeling of yours.
Even I don't really understand this feeling.
You want to know your sister's enemy and avenge her, yes?
Huh? And one more thing.
The other thing is Keith-kun, correct? Keith Kisaragi was wounded in his duel with you, but he recovered quickly. Since then, he has stood at Richard's side, serving as both leader of his guard and professional killer. Just as you and I are brothers-in-laws, he and Richard are brothers-in-law through Stella Maogi.
He probably feels the way I do. The first anniversary of Stella Maogi's death is almost here. I imagine he still hasn't found the identity of the real foe who killed his lover, and instead, he continues to hate me.
Keith-kun's heart is fragile.
I know. We used to be partners. Even without meeting him, I can see how he's feeling as clear as day.
But do you want to meet with him? That would be useless. If you meet, you'll just start shooting at each other again.
Probably.
Do you still want to meet with him? Well, I can understand that emotion, unexplainable as it is with logic.
I thought about forgetting everything and living in that new world. I thought about starting over again as a new person. But couldn't. The more time passed, the more I started dreaming of that day. Meishu stood at my bedside, telling me over and over again that revenge was meaningless. I know that. It is meaningless. Even if I return to City 23, there's nothing constructive I can do. But even so. So, with the anniversary of Meishu's death approaching, Alan had chosen to return to City 23. The conflict with Keith. Okay, I was right. His hair was like, it was a light black. Revenge for Meishu. Meishu definitely wouldn't want him to resolve either of those matters. But he had already come back. And feeling the wind in City 23, he was certain. There's still something I've got left to do in this city. Until I finish that up, I can't live or die. If Yuki-chan were here, I'm sure she'd give me a good verbal thrashing.
Yes, she probably would. Enough, Alan-kun. You don't need to say any more. Sometimes, women cannot understand the emotions of men. Sometimes, men don't want to run away, even if there's nothing they can accomplish.
Thank you, Aniki. This thing that's been sitting in my chest this past year is now lighter thanks to your words. Kind of like paying off like what Alan had done for Meiju, keeping him calm and collected too. I don't know. That just kind of, that's the message that kind of came across to me, like, you know.
I'm going to try to calm you down. It's only fair considering you helped me.
You know?
First off, you must rest. It must be fate that brought you here during this period. Primavera continues to gather troops to meet his final goal of waging a feud against us. I'm sorry. Richard calls it a defensive force to protect their countrymen, but
even after losing just Yuki-chan, I couldn't sort out my feelings.
Did you just interrupt me?
Oh, wait, no, I see what you're doing. I am so sorry. There's no way the Consigliere's heart can escape from emotion. Not when he lost both Stella-san and Yuji-kun.
Exactly. It is certain he will start a battle of revenge. One mustn't start a war based on emotions. That only invites an endless chain of wars. I remember what Meishu told me. End that war of yours quickly.
A feud between Primavera and the GDS must be prevented at all costs.
Exactly. Welcome, little brother. Small Rock Chinatown is pleased to have you.
Oh god, I appreciate their little dynamic that the two have now. Like this family bond that they share. Hey, Zell's meeting up with Meryl!
Meryl-san. Oh, I'm sorry. Madam Meryl, it's been too long.
Just Meryl is fine. Rose is more deserving of the title, madam. I'm glad you came back. How's life over there? Any problems?
Thank you very much. Thanks to everyone's help, I had fun living with Father.
I see. I'm glad to hear it.
Pardon me, I brought drinks.
Thank you. Wow, I've never seen a non-alcoholic drink this gorgeous. I'm going to talk with these kids about something important for a while now. Sorry, but please tell everyone to stay away from this room until I call.
Yes, madam.
After securing their privacy, Meryl's face instantly turned grave.
That's Azel. I always thought you were a clever kid.
You're right. Richard has had Rose under house arrest for the past year.
I knew it. That's...
Then who's giving orders in Primavera? Is it not Madame Rose?
You're too loud. But you're right.
When Rose was shot, she was moved to a hospital that was kept secret from everyone to guard against further assassination attempts.
At first, it was only supposed to be until Madame Rose recovered.
That's right. However, even after she recovered, Richard wouldn't let Madame Rose return. Right now, if Rose died, Primavera would split apart. So, we must not let her die no matter what, is what he said. By using reasonable sounding excuses, he pushed Madame Rose out of Primavera's inner circle. In other words, he took over Primavera?
Yeah.
The Consigliere took over Primavera? You mustn't say such a thing again. You'll be erased. Richard doesn't intend to let Rose return here ever again. But he can't kill her either. Who knows when or how she might prove useful. So he has her locked up somewhere, unable to kill her. And Richard is cunning. He won't let anyone figure it out. He says he's indirectly giving Rose his orders to protect her safety so no one even realizes he's taken over.
Don't some of the execs know and sympathize with the Consigliere?
Yeah, there are a few of those. Warhawks who always thought Madame Rose was too soft-welcome didn't win actual power past to Richard.
What about Wayne-san? He should have been Rose-san's first ally.
It's sad. He's been tamed by Richard. The poor guy. He probably thinks he's doing it to keep her safe,
But actually, he's helping to keep her under house arrest.
Yup. Richard seems calm on the outside, but in his heart, the flames of hatred have never disappeared since that day. Not with Gabriel constantly putting a fan right next to it. Most likely, none of the men have realized this, not even Cyrus. Richard will definitely start a war in the name of revenge. At this rate, a lot of people are gonna die in City 23. Yeah. And I need to learn to not get attached to anybody. Because I'm gonna lose them, I just know it.
I'm thinking of a wartime day.
So, that was the legendary Leo Shishigami, huh? I thought he'd be a bit sharper than that. I'm a bit let down, I guess.
Yeah, you would be let down until you see him keep that easygoing attitude fearlessly through a hail of bullets.
Well, I guess that's fine if he proves useful to Primavera. Though I'm confident I'll be much more useful.
Don't be so hostile. He's our ally.
What did you think, Cyrus?
Huh? You mean about Leo? He seemed to be in high spirits like usual. That casual way of talking really takes me back.
No. Did it look as though Leo was likely to swear loyalty to me?
He didn't look that way. To me, it didn't feel like he had the resolve. He's like Madame Rose. He may like pretty words, but he didn't look like he had the resolve to dirty his own hands to make those words come true.
What happened back there was a bit much to show to a man who just got back after 3 years. That's why I told you to do it behind the restaurant.
There's no point hiding it. If he cannot even accept something like that, then Leo is no better than Rose.
Richard! Are you seriously willing to throw all of the stuff that Leo has done for you out the window? Are you so blind? He is completely blinded by his hatred.
Cheap talk can't protect anyone, after all.
Looks like Leo wants to meet Rose.
We mustn't let them meet.
You won't be able to keep him full forever.
That war of his is already over, yes. In that case, won't Leo search for a more stable lifestyle? If he is a wise man, then he ought to understand the situation and join me.
If Leo Shishigami doesn't have the courage and resolve to fight against foreigners, then he will eventually become your enemy, Richard-san.
Keith?
Leo as an enemy? Huh. Now there's something I'd like to avoid.
If he doesn't agree with our iron will to protect our countrymen, then I will show no mercy, not even against him.
I'll finish him off. I won't allow the existence of anything that stands in the way of Stella and Juji-kun's revenge.
Yes. Every single day since that day, Stella and Yuji have been whispering me to spill Lee Meishu's hands on she loves blood.
We'll kill all who stand in our way.
And we'll certainly have our blood revenge. We will eradicate all foreigners from this land.
The black flames of revenge flickered in Richard's and Keith's eyes. The flames grew even stronger as the anniversary of those two deaths grew closer. However, they deceived even themselves with pretty words, saying that this emotion would prevent them from ever losing loved ones again. That murky madness of revenge steadily grew inside their hearts. Good God! Like, God. Seriously, it fucking hurts.
I care so much about these guys that it just legitimately hurts. It really fucking hurts seeing them act like this.
God damn it, this hurts, man. We've got to stop a few from breaking out with the GDS no matter what. The US military showed us those letters proving the GDS were the culprits, but I don't believe them. How could those Yankees who seriously thought Tokyo was a city on the Chinese mainland judge the authenticity of secret Chinese communications? So the so-called evidence is also part of the plot to get us fighting each other. It's safe to assume that. But Richard, who wanted to find the culprit as quickly as possible, latched onto that evidence without suspecting. At first, the GDS backed off to avoid a collision, but Richard's unyielding attitude made them change their strategy. Chinatown is also starting to prepare for the unexpected feud, gathering lots of weapon and ammo. There's even been word that they built hideouts all over the city and are making preparations so they can launch an all-out attack. Whether the evidence is real or fake, things are going to get nasty at this rate. The anniversary of Stella's death is almost here. This is the most dangerous time when Richard's rising emotions might start something big. So this huge feud isn't something that's gonna happen in the distant future. But it might just start in just a few weeks? There's no time at all. Nope. That's why I came at a really good time, Zale. I'm in the pro-Rose faction. I'm under observation even if I just go outside. I can't move. Zale, Nina, Charles, I order you as Madame Merrill. Reform the wandering dogs. Well, yes, madam. Yes, madam. What should we do? Look for Rose. Unless she comes back, the situation will get out of control. That's the only way to stop Primavera and the GDS from crashing into each other. Yes, madam. The Wandering Dogs will succeed. Oh, and where's Oliver? We aren't the Wandering Dogs without him. When Meryl saw Nina's and Charles' faces darken, she immediately understood. Then she looked at him, as though asking whether it was okay to tell her. Eventually, Nina gave a small nod. And simply by watching that little exchange, Zell knew. God damn it. Okay. A year previously, information was controlled to cover up a massive incident involving many ordinary civilians. However, the impact on the GHQ was beyond measure. Finally, the high officials realized that Gabriel's angelic smile had been a fake, existing for the purpose of taking revenge for that day long ago. However, if the incident became public knowledge, the outcry would be large enough that GHQ might be overthrown. The heads of the occupying US military observed Gabriel's actions, but they were unable to touch him. So they're aware, but it's just that they can't fucking do anything. Gabriel had dirt on many high officials, and he was even living proof of an enormous crime. In the end, they could do nothing but watch from a distance, praying that Gabriel didn't cause any more trouble. This is fucking Gabriel we're talking about. And these were all developments that Gabriel had planned. No one could get in the way of his holy revenge. Gabriel's Operation Great Justice had achieved total success. However, there was just one thing that hadn't gone as he had expected. The GDS did not move forward emotionally, and instead lay low and took a defensive posture.
It seems failing to kill Li Meishu along with the others really was a great loss. But that's fine. There is no problem. A handshake requires that both parties reach out their hands. But for a fight to the death, only one party must reach out their hands.
Yes, sir. Philip Butler had aged so much this past year that he was hardly recognizable. It was hardly surprising. During that entire year, he had been under Gabriel's observation. No restraint. No. He was under his restraint. All of his privacy had been stolen, and he was practically kept in a state of house arrest on the floor of the occupying forces HQ that was owned by Gabriel's Secret Service organization. He had lived with all of his liberty stolen, forced to do nothing but nod in agreement with Gabriel's nonsense. And that was more than enough to rot away his heart. By now, Butler couldn't even wear a rebellious gaze. His sister was still waiting to marry a rich and powerful man. Most unfortunately, and in part because of the results of the election, their ceremony had been delayed by more than a year. If news of Butler's scandals got out, the engagement would be called off immediately. He wanted for at least his sister to live in happiness in a guiltless world. He's a very self-sacrificing brother there. He's putting himself through some unimaginable torture just so his sister would not be hurt and she could be happy. And Gabriel is just casually cackling as he's holding his sister right above his head, waiting to just casually drop it off of the side of the cliff. So to him, she was the worst possible sort of hostage. You know, with the fact that Gabriel likes killing sisters, realistically, I'm not surprised. I'm actually quite surprised he hasn't killed Butler's sister yet.
Phil, I believe I have done something to you that I must apologize for. No, it's true. You also have a little sister, but it's not as though you bear the same pain as I do.
Oh God, please don't. Please don't.
We are not comrades in that sense, after all.
In the past, he would have flared up defiantly, telling Gabriel not to lay a finger on his sister. However, even those fangs have been ripped out of his heart by now.
You are my Achilles heel. To be perfectly honest, I don't have much to gain from letting you live. However, I don't want to kill you and have your sister suffer in the same way. I let you live out of love. I want brother and sister to have a happy reunion in the future, out of love. And perhaps that is why
Oh God, no. Oh no. I just got a really sick feeling in my stomach. I'm trying to think like Gabriel here. There are two ways to emotionally destroy Butler right now. There are literally two options here, okay? A, kill Butler's sister, so that way he will be forced to experience the same pain of losing a sister. Or make him lose his sister in a more psychologically agonizing and horrific way to show Gabriel's dominance in terms of power. Marry his sister.
And perhaps that is why I am envious of you. I must have wanted to appeal to someone who didn't know the pain of losing a sister. Put another way, you might be like a confession room to me.
Yes, sir.
During this year, you have calmed and comforted my heart. And very soon, I will probably finish my revenge on this earth and return to heaven. The GDS didn't dance to my tune, but Primavera. Richard danced on the palm of my hand to a hilarious degree. During this year, Primavera has expanded its military strength and has probably balanced out the GDS. If the GDS shows even the slightest weakness, that balance will crumble easily. Very soon, they will strangle each other out to death in a grand and hellish scene. And that will be the true hammer of justice. Once that is over, I will probably leave this land and return to heaven.
And if the feud doesn't break out as you plan?
That would be the most empty finale, one I would rather not think about. However, humans must make compromises and satisfy themselves with those. If that happens, I'll satisfy myself by bringing about the painful death of Richard Maogi. Just a single mafia boss.
Why do you want to make other people experience your own pain? If you know that pain yourself, then how can you be so unfeeling?
Making light of life is a great sin of humanity. I believe it is my role to embody that message of God's on this earth.
Well, to me, it looks like you're making light of life more than anyone else is.
I'm glad. You've lost so much of your edge, and it's been so long since you've said something like that. You wouldn't be amusing any other way, Phil. That is correct. I am inconsistent. Though I know the pain of losing a life, I take lives and pass on the sadness. And as that sadness is passed on and on, people will be unable to escape it without gaining God's forgiveness. Perhaps this is humanity's original sin.
And who is gonna be able to forgive that?
Who knows? Perhaps an angel.
God damn it, Gabriel. Your laugh cleared my sinuses. What the fuck happened? How the hell did you do that? As midday passed and the Koroimo went on break for restocking, shopkeepers from this shopping district gathered there.
John-chan, I've really got to thank you. If you hadn't saved me, they might have made an even bigger mess of my shop.
Don't worry about it. We should all help each other out when the going gets rough.
What are you sounding so smug for, stupid John? Thanks to you, they're going to be after our shop now. How are you going to make up for this, Toho?
But Jin-san was wonderful. Because she gave everyone courage, we were able to chase them away together.
You fought pretty hard yourself, President. You were so cool.
That's right. You were cool and did great.
No. Well, even I'm a bit of a man myself. I mean, that's not the point. The police keep telling us to call them when something happens, but they never help out. Even their shop got burned up by some people long ago, right? Help that comes late is no help at all.
Well, that's why we all worked together to put the fire out.
Jin-san, everyone, thanks so much for what you did back then. Those people took me away, and I'd given nothing in my store had burned down.
Our president had a huge role during that too. He was carrying a bucket around and splashing it all over the place.
Is that true, President? You're such a bold old man.
Well, I guess I showed a bit of hustle back there. I mean, no! There's only a little blaze, so there's no big deal. But they might drive a dump truck into my shop. If that happens, it'll be over in a flash. The police won't protect us. Thanks to Jean, we're gonna have tequila on our case.
Oh, sweet, that sounds pretty good.
No, that guy tequila.
Oh. I'll use him as a coat rack.
What? You're done for.
This man never got boring, constantly swelling with pride and shrinking in turn. However, the repeated harassment by Tequila's gang was becoming intolerable. Until now, the merchants had fended them off temporarily by handing over goods or change. Those stopgap measures don't resolve anything. Ugh. They all folded their arms and started mumbling that, yes, they understood it logically, but both the police and the MPs were in bed with Primavera. Even if they complained about damages, nothing serious would be done. And even if the perpetrators were caught, they'd be released easily. Just now, the people who happened to be gathered there had come to their aid, but that wasn't something they could rely upon all the time. When Tequila came back for revenge with a bunch of henchmen, everyone really would pretend they couldn't see anything. That type of person is vindictive when his vanity is wounded. He would certainly come to repay them soon. Like, totally.
That's right, everyone. There's no need to be fit. There's no need to fear. We have an incredibly strong bodyguard, don't we?
Hi there.
John Kuhn, you can fend off Tequila no matter how many times he comes. I was watching back there. You're incredibly strong.
John-san can handle any number of men like that.
True. You're damn good. You're probably a big hero in the war. President, we'll help pay his bodyguard fee, so please include us if the worst happens.
Well, of course. Leave it all to our reliable bodyguard.
We'll pay too. We'll pay too. Protect us too, please.
John-san really is strong. He can expect plenty on the house from the Kuroimo.
Us too. Us too. I'll cut your hair at half price.
If you have a hole in a pan, I'll fix it for free. John-san, we'll chip in too. But please, lend us a hand if they go after us.
Yes, go ahead, everyone. Please, leave all your troubles in the hands of our reliable bodyguard.
No, that's no good. As they thanked Leo like a Buddha, Jean spoke out forcefully. It's true that John is reliable. I'm sure he could fight off any number of henchmen Tequila might bring. But even John isn't going to be here every day, right? He'll go shopping, go on walks, and rest some of the time, probably. You aren't planning to put a doghouse out in front of the shopping district and tie him there with a chain, are you?
Ooh.
Okay, that's not funny. Stop that. And listen up, everyone. This problem affects all of us, right? You don't care as long as they don't go after your shop. You play dumb when they go after your neighbor. That's why no one ever comes to help you when they go after your own shop. That's why you're forced to do what they say.
Huh, you're all cheap talk. You're the sales girl, aren't you? Don't talk all tough when you aren't even a manager.
She had a husband and a child. Do not underestimate the integrity and the power of a mother. Ow! What are you doing, President? Well, of course, you'll be okay while John's around. While he's around.
Of course. If we just have John, our baker will be invincible.
And if John gets a cold and has to rest? What if he decides to take a visit to his hometown on his days off?
Well, if that happens, then it happens. We'll have to pay up to smooth things over then. Violence is scary after all.
It's true John's strong, but he can't do everything. Sometimes he won't be around, and sometimes even he won't be able to help. What are you going to do if John suddenly says his mom back home is sick, so he's going to go back to see her? Jun, while admitting that Leo was reliable, tried to explain that relying on him wouldn't solve the problem. Exactly, he's only one man. Even if he can take on an entire army by himself, he's still just one man. They play dumb when they go after other people's shops. Because of that, no one will help you when things get tough. That was why they just sort of followed Tequila's unreasonable demands, unable to truly resolve the situation. All of you aren't just managers of your own shops. You're also members of the Dawn Shopping District, right? If you let those punks go around finding fault with people and taking their money, the shopping district will die. If you're only concerned with keeping your own shop safe, the whole shopping district will be destroyed.
Who is this Jeune woman?
Oh, she's the bakery Barker girl. A good-natured woman who's been popular ever since the shopping district was established.
I imagine so. The sort of woman you can't afford not to hit on.
She still loves her dead husband, so I doubt it'd be so easy.
I know. She already shot me down last night.
Oh, you're fast.
Hey, found the chat of a woman is an insult, like saying they aren't even worth that. Damn it, Leo.
Jun. No one knew any more of her name. She lost her family in the war and the Great Disaster, and lived all on her own. However, her good nature, reliability, and youthful spirit might be called the billboard of the entire Don shopping district. She is an incredibly strong woman. True, she was just a bakery sales girl, but everyone couldn't help but respect her. Even Leo definitely felt a glimpse of that nature that drew respect while he listened to her speech.
She's an interesting woman.
Yes, she's truly a wonderful woman.
She's a little like Rose.
Huh?
That way she talks with single-minded passion, and the way she charges them with the task of fighting together.
You're right. She's like the old Rose.
The old Rose.
Ever since you went away, Rose has been fighting alone all the time. But Rose is never the sort of resilient girl who could bear the brunt of all troubles. And yet, the era and environment around her demand that she bear the brunt, and she accepted that role. During these 3 years, that girl has been hurt and worn out so much. She whipped herself for the people, but no one rewarded her, just abused her however they pleased, slandering her. Everyone, oh, I'm sure I did it too. They weren't able to accept her great efforts. Do you know about Rose getting shot?
I do. I hear that ever since then she's been kept in hiding somewhere.
Rose is being kept safe in hiding while still calling the shots in Primavera. That's what everyone believes, but I think Rose might already have retired. No, I mean, I hope that's the case. After all, if it isn't, you can't explain why Primavera has changed so much.
So, even you haven't spoken with Rose?
Ever since you left, Rose has practically been in a different world. So, no one treated her as a human like everyone else. People assume it's normal for her to work all the time, and as soon as it looks like they stand to lose something, they vilify her. I'm sure when she was shot, the last thread of drive in her heart must have snapped. I'm sure Rose blames herself for leaving Primavera's top spot. Until someone forgives her, I'm sure she'll keep on blaming herself somewhere, like she's probably doing now.
I'd like to have Jeanne and Rose meet.
Huh?
She looks like the exact opposite of Rose. For some reason, they both feel similar. Maybe the only one who can really understand Rose. Maybe it isn't me or Richard. Maybe it's her.
Even the customers will stand by our side. Once they see our courage, that is. So, which one of you is gonna show their courage and stir them up?
I won't do it. If they thought I was the ringleader, that anything would happen next.
Then what about you, Chairman?
I can't. It's impossible.
Vice Chairman? Director?
We might be able to manage something together, but I couldn't stand at the head.
Okay, got it. Of course you guys don't have the balls to show that kind of courage.
Hey! Of all the impertinence! So are you saying you're gonna do it?
Well, yeah, basically. I'll do it. When those Primavera punks show up, I'll stand at the front and welcome them in. But, no deserting under enemy fire. Got that? You'll all follow behind me and stand against them together. Do you have the courage for that? I thought they might all fall silent. However, without a moment's hesitation, someone cheered. Everyone turned around. There was the young man from the fish shop.
Sure! If Jun-chan's gonna do it, then I'm man enough to do it too! I couldn't not do it!
Almost immediately after, another person appeared.
I'll do it too! I've wanted to stew the guts of those punks for a while now.
Doesn't it just grind you to have those Mia boys stepping all over us?
That's right. That's right. Let's show them how much guts merchants have.
When the young people rose up, their passion engulfed the whole group. Then, if everyone else was standing up, this person or that person would stand up too.
If we're all together, we can't afford not to do it.
What if it turns into a fight? We old folks won't be any use. What are you talking about? I'm still not losing to these young pups. You punks! Next time you show up, I'll go wild with my rolling pin.
Whoa. Your voice kinda changed there, President. That's our president. Now that's what I call a man. I'm sure this is that thing Rose is looking for.
Yeah, I know.
At this rate, if I don't go all out, I doubt I'll have any chance to shine. Still, that's one hell of a speech. She'd make a good politician. True, it had been a fine, vigorous speech, but it was shocking that she'd managed to give them so much courage so quickly. While he voiced his admiration, Claudia whispered something secretly into his ear. What's that? Is that really true?
Even I got a one-shell 1.8 liters bottle of good sake.
Ooh, now there's a surprise. Jun, huh? She's gonna be big. What did you whisper to Leo? Tell me. What was that all about? Courage resides in all people. However, no one can draw out their courage alone. Regardless of how great or small their courage is, it only appears when someone pushes them from behind.
And becoming the very first person to push is what makes someone qualified to become Madam. That is why both Madame Rose and Madame Jun are madams.
What was that about the bottle of sake?
Well, as for that, Julie-san, it was just a bit of this.
Taratsugu grinned and made a gesture, but Julie had no idea what he meant.
It means she prepared beforehand.
Prepared beforehand? Huh?
Beforehand, Madame Jeanne went around to several young shopkeepers who seemed likely to sympathize with her and bribed them.
Oh my god, Jun.
Telling them to sympathize with her speech.
What? What?
And I thought this was an emotional scene where Madame Jun's brilliant speech united the hearts of the members of the shopping district? Sorry, Julie. It's not fair if I don't reveal the trick. I did tell you, though, that courage only appears when someone pushes you from behind.
I see. So, you were saying it was staged?
However, Julie, while it is true that the enthusiasm of the sympathizers was arranged for by me, the courage they roused after being pushed from behind was without a doubt true courage.
Madame Rose's heart was too pure, so she only tried appealing to their hearts. Madame Jeanne was just a bit better at it.
Still, don't get the wrong idea. I may have been more clever in my methods, but the truly noble and just one was Madame Rose. Every time. I had no words. I was stunned silent. So young Jun has finally appeared in the story. Madame Rose and Jun were starting to show their similarities.
The tale spanning over 2 years is finally coming together.
Oh, yes.
Hey there, Jun-chan! I've invited a lot of friends over to play today! Like, totally!
They're here! They're really here!
Hey, President, don't get scared. Show them your guts.
Letting out a miserable scream, the president ran away timidly and unsteadily. Watching this, the men guffawed.
That's no good. They're president of yours. Does that thing really have balls? Like, totally.
Who doesn't have balls? Look how many people you brought just to fight me.
Oh, you aren't the only one I want to play with today. I gotta think that John guy. Like, totally.
Sheesh. Looks like business is booming at the bakery.
Seriously, looks like they can't wait for their piping hot bread.
So, you're both basically punching bags now, right? Like, totally! Still, we're pretty hungry. I might forgive you if you hand over some of that bread. But I'll have to empty out that old store. Like, totally!
We've got no bread to waste on the likes of you!
Huh?
When he heard the voice of the president, who had supposedly run away pathetically, Tequila and the others turned around and gaped. Did we surround them? Because standing there were shop owners and part-timers who had come running from all the shops in the Don shopping district. Ooh, what the hell is this song? Hold on, let me jam to this a little bit here. Oh my god, yes! Ooh, I can feel it coursing through my limbs. They were all scared. They all wanted to hide behind someone else's shoulder. However, they had all gathered with a single one running away. The time for the showdown had come. The resolve from all of them gave a push to the courage of each one.
We'll never pay you guys again!
You've mocked us too much. We've had enough.
Get out of the Don shopping district! You aren't customers!
People who aren't customers can go home!
Look, what's with these guys? They've all got this weird killing intent.
Hey, isn't this sort of bad? Justice is on our side! Turn tail and run, villains! We are the sort of weaklings you can bully and take money from anymore!
Whoa! Nicely said, President. Cool. Now I see why the young female customers are always talking about you.
And the young housewives can't get enough of your dandy style.
Well, looks like I can't hide my job after all.
What are these guys doing all of a sudden? Like, totally?
Boss, oh crap, there's even more of them now. The people pushed from behind by courage gathered. They were just customers who had come to visit the shopping district. However, they remembered Jun's speech from the other day. Even customers were members of the shopping district. If they didn't protect the shops would be destroyed. Protecting good shops, protecting the city, is the duty of customers, of ordinary city folk.
Get out! Get out! Go back to Primavera!
What do you mean protecting your countrymen? You're just taking people's money for trivial reasons!
Yeah! If you don't like it, bring Madame Rose here!
Crap! Maybe we should run.
This is our answer. The Dawn Shopping District isn't your plaything. If you've gotten the message, then run along home.
Damn you, getting so cocky! Like, totally!
Oh, but if you're headed for the barber shop, go ahead. If you hurry, he'll get you a nice uneven cut on that shaggy hair for free.
Are you mugging my head again? Like, totally? Yes! Like, totally!
Oh shit. Is he okay? Is mocking his hair his ultimate weakness? Yes, that is amazingly stupid. I love it. Tequila bent backwards, screaming, seeming to blow a fuse and toppled over. Apparently, he'd gotten so agitated that he fainted. The henchmen picked up their boss, forced to retreat dejectedly without even a good parting shot. Oh my god. Oh god, that's killing me. Whew. Okay, I'm okay. Okay. Whew. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay. Okay.
From today on, just you try sneaking into the shopping district. Next time, we won't let you get away unscathed. I hear the Dawn Shopping District is popular because of all the free services it offers. Oh yes, we're now offering free massive blood loss, and I don't mean nosebleeds.
Damn it! Remember this? It truly was the half-assed parting remark of a loser.
When the men disappeared, the people let out a cheer and they clapped hands and celebrated. We did it! We did it!
We did it! We did it!
Great. It is, right? This is the Dawn Shopping District. I want to protect the strength of the city forever.
Jun, you are chapter 1. Hey, we finished chapter 1. Seriously. Jun, it's no wonder you are a very strong woman. And that is unfortunately where I'm going to have to end it because I think I got a little lightheaded again. Oh, God. Oh, dear Lord. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. Novels like this, where I can go all out with my voice acting, it's so amazingly fun to me. I just wish I didn't get so lightheaded. Holy shit. I realize it's on. Oh. Holy fuck. Not gonna lie. First off, Alan is back, and just seeing his interactions with Meiju felt incredibly good. Also, realistically, this entire battle that was going on, fantastically done. It wasn't so much a battle, but it was seeing a lot of these people. It's kind of like seeing a group standing up against a bully. Like, like totally. It was perfect. It was great. Also, the fact that Tequila gets so riled about his hair being knocked, utterly fucking fantastic, and I find it utterly just perfectly fucking hilarious to me. However, my throat hurts. That's where I'm ending it, so if you all like this, be sure to let me know. Thank you all very much for watching, and I see all of you guys in the next